I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna file this under. I'm really trying to figure out what I'm going to file this one under. I mean, they got a saying I'm hearing a lot of people say of other races, not black people, but they're describing black people, and it's they always offended, but of shame of nothing. I'm talking about they offended by you name it. If you tell them they can't get an extra sauce at the Raising Cane's window, they'll be offended, claiming racism. But they're not ashamed of stuff like this here. This is why, if you black and you under the sound of my voice right now, this is why you should not pay attention. You should completely disregard and ignore people such as the Obamas, the Jesse Jacksons, the Al Sharptons, the Roland Martins, the Tiffany Crosses, the Joy Reeds, all of the race hustlers that's always on the Jamel Hills, always on television crying about racism and how they're treated unfairly. This is why you should not listen to these people. This is why. You know why? Because if they wasn't disingenuous, they would tell you both sides of the coin. Okay, this is what the white man doing, but this is what we doing. But they don't do that because why? What they doing would way over supersede what the white man doing. Because guess what the white man doing? The white man not doing nothing. He's not doing anything but sitting on his couch in his house, his apartment, his condominium, or wherever he at, watching this nonsense, saying to himself, these are not the type of people who is going to be at the head of my company. And he's not racist for that because I'm a black man and I agree. You know, I come up in the inner city, so a lot of that's where my friends are, the ones that are alive and free. And it's time where I get invited to certain things such as birthday parties or, sometimes the get-togethers. And when I pull up and I see certain type of attire, wardrobe, I don't even get out of my vehicle. I turn around, and if the person who invited me doesn't see I arrive, I tell them, hey, something else came up. As a matter of fact, I done got pretty I'm trying to find the word. I done got pretty verbal over the years to say, look, I'm not going to be a part of that type of energy. As a matter of fact, my exact saying is the birds, the fellas that be on the bird, that be at those type of events, looking the way they look, I'm allergic to them, so I don't want to go. As you can hear, I have a sinus issue, right? You see these females scantily clad, dressed like strippers, weave all the way down to their butts, bonnets, and dressed like the usual suspect. You see them? Look at them. Look at these people, man. Like animals. And then they love to talk about, and guess what? Guess what? If you show this to some of these blacks, or if you show this to the Joy Reeds of the world, who again don't speak about this side. These people, especially the Obamas, they had the biggest opportunity of anyone. They was in the White House. This is what you're not supposed to do. Keep your family together. Get educated. They didn't preach that. They preach white supremacy, police brutality, perpetuated the victim mindset. Look at this. This is disgusting to me, man. What you think these other people looking, the people who really run the world, the people who really quote unquote in Negro terms have motion, right? Who own companies and they in positions to hire and fire. These are the people. This is why Ebony will be at a company for 20 years, and Ling Ling only been working at the company for 5, and she get the promotion. This is how these women act. This is how they act, man. Look at them. And you want me to tell you something else? Come close. I want you to get close. Put your ear to the stereo for this one. I can guarantee you, I put everything I own that all, if not most, I mean that most of these women, if not all, are mothers. And I'm laughing not because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's sad. Look at what this woman stepped on it. These are your children. And this to the black man too. I need the black man to listen to this. I need the black, matter of fact, I need the black man to come to the front of the congregation. I need you to come to the front of the congregation. Because see, you will lay with these women. I'm not trying to come off as sanctimonious like I haven't. I have. And because God was so gracious to me, he didn't allow me to reproduce with these type of individuals. But because we as black men will lay with these women, maybe it's on a late night, might not get caught with them in public, but we will on the late night inseminate one of these creatures. And when our creature is being raised by these type of individuals, what do you expect, black man? What do you expect? Do you expect an educated, well-balanced, well-rounded young man or woman to come from these type of... Listen, man, I was dating a female, man. This is a true story. I'm going to give you a true story. I was dating one of these women. I was dating one, just like I'm talking about identical. She would be in Walmart doing this. Had 8 kids, right? And I remember one of those children of her, one of the particular daughters she had, sweet little girl. She was the oddball all the way. She always was the oddball because if people were doing things wrong, she would make it right. She had like a bossiness with her, but it was a very adult-like presence of doing things the right way, even though she was the youngest. Fast forward to now, she's twerking on Instagram. She's fighting on Instagram. And it's not her fault. This is a child. I'm not going to blame her. She's a child. This is what's going on in their households. This is what they are experiencing. This is what their mom, because all them, let me say something with these, this is what these women you see in the picture care about. This is what they care about. It's 4 things that they care about. It's 4 things that run their life. This is all they care about. To give y'all, I'm about to list these 4 things. Dick, chasing some new dick, getting high, being the talk of Facebook, and shoe-shoeing and compete with other women in her community. I'm doing better than her. She ain't got this. This all they care about. They don't care about the children. They don't care about their careers. Most of them doesn't have any because of this. Who wants to hire somebody like this? Who wants to work with somebody like this? And when they go in these certain type of settings to get a job and they're stereotyped, and I'm going to show you something. For the women who not like that but won't speak up against it, I don't feel sorry for you either. We as a community have to come to collectively and oust these people. Because see, these other races of people, let me show you something about them. They don't know the difference. See, I can look and tell the difference between a Shanae and an Ebony. A Tyrika or an Essence. I can tell. These other races can't. And they don't want they don't want to have no dealing with you. Because as we're going to go into some more slides, you will end up getting them in litigation. You're bad for business. You're bad for business. These people are bad for business. You don't want nobody like this representing your company. You don't want nobody like this answering the phones. You don't want nobody like, you know what you want these type of individuals for? Maybe somewhere, and I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to say cooking your food because they so nasty. But you got to give them a job so they can take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because most of them, like I say, and this is why they at fast food restaurants with attitudes. Look at this, man. I'm talking about if somebody was in a I know these other people because I'm a black man who come up in the inner city. I know that other communities look at this and say, "Oh my God, who are these people?" But let me finish. I'm not finished. Look at this. When we go in the store, they watching us. What they watching us for? Because they don't know the difference. They don't know if you are Yvette or you Shanae like this individual. Let's check it out. Look. And I'm gonna say this here, man. If you a security guard and you like this pole security guard here, I'd have left, man. Because you're not getting paid extra for this. And these women are carrying all kind of weapons. They love dating criminals. And listen, they have these people who they know going to support them regardless. They know these people are going to support them regardless with GoFundMes. So they're open basically to just do whatever they want to do. So for this guy to do all what he's doing, he's very brave. I'd have let him go. Now, if he's a cop, I don't know, but he don't look like a cop. He look like a security guard. If he's a cop, then yeah, he got to do his job. But a security guard for a retail store, hey man, y'all go ahead on about y'all business. Because I'm not getting shot or stabbed behind a company. And then now I'm at the hospital all hurt up and sick. And now I don't have a job no more. I got a family and mouth to feed. Absolutely not. These women and the people that they date are very dangerous. Let's keep going here. Look at this. Look. At the cruise. Look at this, man. Look at this. Look at the white woman right there. She's saying to herself, oh my, look at this. But when they go places and everybody leave, the people racist. When they go places and people don't want to hire, it's always something with them. Listen, man, I'm black and I don't want to be around these people, man. I don't want to be around these people, man. But they got one situation that's going viral right now. And that's really the situation that I want to speak on. So we're gonna go to that and I'm gonna turn the volume on for it. And I'm gonna let it play out about a minute or 2 minutes. I'm gonna let it play out and then I'm gonna add my commentary at the end of it.
And you think you're gonna check me in? I bet you we won't. Okay?
I paid for a ticket.
And you didn't pay $25 for an agent assist fee and you checked in 3 hours later. Hello.
I just said that I
get on your flight.
Yeah, I just said that I would pay the $25.
And you thought you were gonna get on your flight. And you thought you were gonna get on your flight. And you thought you were gonna get on your flight. And you thought you were gonna get on your flight.
I literally paid for a ticket. I'm here 30 minutes. I'm here 30 minutes before my flight. And they're not letting me check in.
And you're not getting on your flight.
It's a policy. We don't control that.
And you will never fly
You
on
were about to
Frontier.
let me check in. You were about to let me check in. And you decided that you ain't gonna let me check in.
Make me check you in.
You literally work for a company that I bought a plane ticket for. I'm here 30 minutes before the flight.
Can you please leave, sir?
No.
Can you please leave my personal space?
I'm not in your personal space. This is not your personal space.
This is my stationery.
This is not your personal space. You work for a company. This is not your personal space.
We ain't gotta worry about it.
You don't have to worry about it. You're literally not doing your job for a customer that has paid for a plane ticket to get home.
I told you to stop putting the camera on me, sir.
I'm literally here at Frontier. I bought a ticket and they are not letting me check in. For no reason whatsoever.
Well, you said you're never flying the airline again, so we might as well help you out so that you're not flying the airline.
I've already bought a ticket. I've literally already bought a ticket, and this is your reaction.
Now, I don't really know the situation of this whole debacle here. But I do know this. Again, as for mentioned in this video, these individuals are bad for business. These individuals are bad for business. Frontier Airlines agents fired for mocking customer. Now, I don't know who was right in this situation, but apparently they wasn't, which is most of the time, you know how the saying goes, customers always right. These two individuals are out of a job. And guess what? It's not going to be her parents, her grandparents, Joy Reid, and nobody talking about how they did something wrong. They should have conducted themselves and been more mannerable. That's not what's going to be said. You know what's going to be said? Oh, that white man thought he was running something. That white man. Nobody knows what this white man would had to get on a flight for. No matter, no, it could have been a funeral. It could have been anything. And he missed his flight. If he missed his flight, I really don't know the whole details of it. But if he missed his flight, he can sue Frontier Airlines. Remember what I said? Hiring these people are bad for business. And whoever right or wrong in this situation, you think these people are supposed to act like that? You really believe that these two young ladies were supposed to act and conduct themselves that way? If they were my daughters, I would be embarrassed. If they were my wife, girlfriend, I would be embarrassed. And if they were my mother, which is, I will bet money, especially this one, the other one, like she having lesbian identity crisis, but this one here, I would almost promise you, just looking at her frame, she got children, probably a whole bunch of them. And so now, to end this video with why, because this is the big thing. Why are they acting this way? Why do they act like this everywhere that they go? Why are they always fighting? Why are they always loud? Why are they like this? Well, again, number one, the main issue is, and I'm going to say this, I don't know if this would be number one, maybe this wouldn't be number one, but I'm going to put it at number one, is because they've been affirmed with this behavior. They've been affirmed by the low frequency brothers in our community, such as myself at one time, by dealing with them. They've been affirmed by their parents. They've been affirmed by their grandparents. They've been affirmed by Joy Reid. They've been affirmed by Al Sharpness of the world, the race hustlers who tell them it's not your fault. The reason why you act like this is because of slavery. The reason why you act like this is because of Jim Crow. This is what they're being told. They're not being told, especially the black woman. Black people in general, but the black man got to take some of his issues on the chin. The black woman is the most coddled, cannot tell her anything, race, species in America. You can't tell her anything, or you're mean, your toxic masculinity, you're racist if you're another race, you're feminine, you're misogynist, you hate your mama who hurt you. They beyond reproach. They beyond reproach. And again, for the black women who won't speak on it, because there's a lot that do, and more coming out. But for the black women who won't speak on this type of behavior, but they don't agree with it, you part of the problem too, sweetie. These women need to be ousted until they get their act together. And again, a lot of them have all kind of mental issues. Now let's talk about that. Majority of these women didn't have fathers coming up. Because again, their mother was them. Listen, man, I'm not just on here talking because I want to talk. I'm on here talking because I know what I'm talking about. Anybody who is astute know what I'm saying is the truth. These mothers are generation. It's a generational curse thing with them. The mama was overweight, or she had babies out. It was some kind of issue that she had, and for some magical way, the daughter have the same issue. That's called a generational curse, right? So in most of these situations, the children are born to mothers who they was just like her. whatever she had all these issues by messing with multiple different men, right? Babies for all these different men. All her children got, all her siblings, all her children got different last names from different men. So these children grow up in these type of households, right? Where nobody got a daddy. So what happens is the child just the spirit of the child don't understand because it's a child, but the spirit of the child understands that something is not right here. Something is not right. It's normal to have, and even though it may seem like it's not normal in the black community, that's a lie. It's something that's abnormal that I am being raised by just my mom and my dad is not there. It's something abnormal about that. And like I say, if the children most of the time not astute to understand that, their spirits are. So the spirit inside of them is yearning for that missing parent, whether it's the mom or the dad, which is in most cases is the father. So now by the child missing this, it creates all kind of other issues, anger, feeling neglected. And so what happens is they goes out into the world and they deal with these little boys who somewhat feels a masculine void in their lives that really don't want nothing from them but vagina. And what happens is they get these boys their body before they're married, just like their mama did, have sex out of wedlock, because that's not a big thing in the black community. Who believes in waiting to get married? Who going to do it go away? Yeah, right. And so you already got that curse on you. So now you're going out here and you not only you laying with all these different men, right? Letting all they spirits and whatever kind of demon they got on them get into you because you're a woman, you're a receiver. STD, sexually transmitted demon, spiritually transmitted diseases. Next thing you know, you starting getting pregnant. You getting pregnant outside of marriage, just like your mama. Raising these children by yourself, working all these hours, got you extremely angry. These dudes started messing with you, leaving you because you're not mentally well to even have a relationship, to be in a relationship, because you already broken property before you get to adulthood. So now every time a man deal with you, he can't deal with you because you got all these mental issues from you and trauma, not to mention seeing your mama argue and fuss and fight with different niggas every month, every year. So you got all this trauma built up in you, and this men and women, but I'm speaking about the women right now. And now you get dealing with all these different dudes and got all they demons inside you fighting. So you a mental health mess. But that don't mean you can't go to work because you ain't got nobody else to take care of you. So you got to go to these people's jobs. And the first little thing ticks you off. Have you want to fight, or you may not be at a job. You might be in public, and the first little thing ticks you off. So this is why people want to know why they so angry. Why? I just told you all those things I just listed are the reasons why. And all of them are on some type of drug. They on some type of form of liquor. They have to stay medicated. And some of them actually are on some of them are actually prescribed antidepressants. And these are and these dudes don't care. Like I say, I was one of the dudes, so I know. These dudes don't care. They'll lay with them because these dudes don't care. Half of these dudes out here messing with men. So they'll go lay with one of these women and have sex with them and bust in them, and now a child comes in this situation. So now a child got to watch her mama get battered verbally and physically because, again, they can't hold a relationship because they too damaged. And instead of taking their time to get healed, which is only, how can you do that? You have to seek God. There's no other way. Therapy don't work. None of those other things gonna work. You have to find a church home, a good church home. And if you can't find that, all you gotta do is go to God yourself. Anybody can do that. If they were saying you get paid to do it, you'll do it. You'll figure out a way to God. If they have some type of financial reward, because they love money, all of them. They love money, right? They about their bag and some motion. You tell them something about they'll find a way to get to God. So they need to. So that's the remedy. They have to find that route to God. Not always. You can't really depend on a church home sometimes. You have to go sit in that dark room, put the blunt down, put the liquor down, Put the antidepressant down. Stop worrying about Tyrone and Pookie. Close that door after you fed your kid, because I'm sure you got to, and go in the room and say, look, God, I need you to fix me. And talk to him just like you talk to Facebook. Talk to them just like you talk to, and with that same emotion that you do on these people's jobs, and you at the airports and the cruise and everywhere else, you got this evil energy. Go to God with that energy, respectfully, and say, God, I need you to heal me. Try God, taste and see, and God will come into your life. And it might not be easy, but it's worth it. But until a lot of y'all do that, this is how these women are. This is what you're dealing with. And it hurts everybody. It hurts everybody. And especially with this DEI situation gone. And that's another reason why DEI is gone. Ain't no such thing as we just gonna hire some black women or some black men. Because you'll mess around and get somebody like this at your front desk, and now this guy that missed a flight to his mama's funeral, to his daughter's graduation, and now they suing you. So you're going to be vetted. And I'm going to show you another thing these companies need to start doing, which is I believe they do when they're on a certain level. These companies need to start getting involved with these social media. If she's twerking on social media, if she's doing anything on social media that could potentially, if she's always in a mess, posting, if she's always into something negative, a big party girl, this is not somebody you want representing your company. She's a big party girl. She might not be reliable. She's always in a mess. She's going to bring that mess to your company. She's always, you have to, this is something that needs to be looked into. Social media. See me? Listen, if I'm in public and I decide to approach a woman, I don't ask for a phone number, I ask for a social media. Because her social media is going to allow me to know if I want to even have her phone number, if I even want her in my life. And that's something I've just recently started doing. But yeah, man. And like I said, I'm going to close this video, man. But, I don't really know what I'm going to file this under, man. A message to the black woman, message to the black community, black people, can we talk? I really don't know what I'm going to file this under, man. But this is just getting out of control. But this is why, black women, this is why you get looked over for ling for that promotion. They don't know if you're going to act like this. And maybe, oh, yeah, you got all these degrees, but guess what? They don't know if you're going to still act like this individual here. They don't know. And it's just shameful, man, because it's just embarrassing to everybody. It makes everybody look bad. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, these other races of people don't know, man. But I'm out, man. Thank y'all for listening to me, man.